Hello, Jamie Whitmer, nurse practitioner. It is March 25th, and I am completing day 3.5 of official isolation. I got a cough and fever on Sunday. And for those who haven't followed along, I am staying at one of my parents' homes, during my isolation period. So all by myself here with my dog, and you'll have to see what she's doing. Oh, she just rolled back over, but she has been, you know, for me, um, for me, Billy has been an absolute godsend. A lot of people are sending me messages like, are you lonely and so forth. And, it's kind of funny. I'm an introvert. So I really thought, yeah, this won't be so bad. I'll miss my family and so forth. But yeah, this has been kind of rough. Like being all by yourself all day, every day, does get tedious. So I am actually very, 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 very thankful that I thought to bring my dog with me, because she, of course, is providing a lot of company for me, and just having another being that is interactive has been really, really good for me. I'm feeling much better. My energy is better today. My cough has improved. Yesterday, I was having some lower rib cage pain when I took deep breaths. That seems to be resolving. I have not had a fever now for, gosh, I didn't really have one all day yesterday. So today and yesterday, I haven't had a fever. I'm still really tired. I'm not by any stretch back to normal, but I am going to return to work tomorrow just via the computer. So I will still be here, of course, for the remainder of the week. But tomorrow I will be back working on the computer and doing some telehealth phone calls and things like that. So otherwise, I'm keeping myself busy, of course, staying abreast of COVID-19 and everything going on in the world. And that can be a little depressing at times. So I'm reminded whenever I feel overwhelmed about what's going on, I'm reminded of one of my favorite tips from Mr. Rogers, Fred Rogers, is look for the helpers. And oh my, are there tons of people helping? There are people in healthcare willing to risk their lives to take care of people. Of course, I'm usually one of them when I'm at work, but this week has been an opportunity to kind of sit back and observe more of what's going on in that regard. But, we have all sorts of people working to keep our society moving. We have the truck drivers who are working so hard right now to bring our products to the stores and keep us supplied, and so forth. We have, restaurant owners who aren't doing any dine-in, but are keeping their kitchen open for carry-out orders. There is just so much good in the world, I think, that we should all try to focus on. And, can't you feel it? The whole world kind of start to pull together. And it does feel like, we are all facing the same crisis. You hear stories from Europe, and you hear stories from the United States, and first you heard them from China, where everybody is, a third of the world is affected by movement restrictions right now. So 1 in 3 people that you're interacting with, no matter what part of the world they're from, they are being, either they're having to stay home or they're being severely limited by what they're allowed to do. And somehow there is for me anyway, there's somewhat of a solace in this shared experience, what we're all trying to do to keep ourselves occupied. And I do think that we're going to get back to the things that matter. And maybe we'll be better. I hope anyway, my hope is that we'll be better to each other after all of this. That perhaps COVID-19 is humanizing all of us, that we're no longer Americans or, those Chinese or those Italians, when we've all collectively gone through this together, maybe having this shared experience, maybe that will be good for the world. I hope and pray that it is. If you don't know anybody from another country who is experiencing this, really, I urge you to try to come in contact with that. Facebook has, all sorts of different groups, whatever type of hobby you're in, join groups. And invariably, if the group is big enough anyway, there will be people from other parts of the world. And, reach out to them, send them a message. I have sent so many different people messages during this COVID-19 pandemic. People that are from all over the world that I didn't know really well, but I sent them a message and said, hey, I'm Jamie, I'm from America, I'm in healthcare, so I'm interested in this, but we have stay-at-home orders, and I noticed that you're from Austria and that you have cases there. What's going on in your part of the world? People almost without fail are more than happy to tell you what is going on in their part of the world. And they're interested in what's happening in my part of the world. And I have really gotten to know some people that I never would have known had I not just simply reached out and said, hey, how are you getting through this? What is your country doing? What is your life like right now? What was it like before? So if you haven't done that, please, please, please do that. Because it is something we all can do. And those of us that are in these isolated situations right now that may be feeling lonely, there are other people that are feeling similar or that understand it because they've been through it. And now they can share this experience. My friend in China could share this experience that, hey, he and his family are getting through this, and that there is light, at the end of all of this. And that can give us hope. And then other people going through the exact same thing, you're kind of in the trenches with those people. And it's a really interesting experience. So do reach out to other people. Don't forget to reach out to folks that of course. Make sure that you're looking after the elderly in your life. If you can get out and get groceries and things like that, ask them if they need anything picked up. We can all get through this together. So anyway, that is kind of my thoughts tonight. I will be back tomorrow, I'm sure, with another update. And I certainly appreciate everybody's feedbacks, comments, messages, because they truly are sustaining me right now as I am all alone with my fabulous dog. So I wish all of you a good evening and good health.